in the U.S., you started working as a consultant. What was your plan at that time?
My graduate program in Cleveland was at Case Western Reserve. It's considered one of the top, maybe 20, 30 engineering and technology universities. So I did a graduate program in computer science and management. So I studied more AI during my graduate programs. So different facets of AI. After I finished my graduate program, like many international students, I had to figure out where to go work. And a lot of companies would not hire international students. But I was very fortunate that local bank, which was top 10 bank at that time, top 10 bank in the country, they hired me as the first manager of the AI department. They never had the AI department. They created a department. They hired me. I was 26 years old, I think. And everybody around me was in 50s or 60s, all of my peers. And I reported to kind of a deputy CIO, this $50 billion bank at age 26. So that was my first job, basically teaching my elder.
Did they actually call it AI?
Yeah.
And what was AI about? We know AI now, ChatGPT, we know Claude, we know this. What was AI that?
Believe it or not, a lot of people knew earlier version of AI at that time because I studied in the 80s from books that talked about AI. And when I was working for the bank, actually many banks were beginning to use the earlier form of AI for fraud detection.
Okay.
They call pattern recognition.
Okay.
So pattern recognition is the oldest form of AI.
Right.
It's also human intelligence, how we recognize colors, how we recognize alphabets or people. That's patterns, right? So pattern recognition was the science that I studied in college and graduate school. And using that technology, you could detect within your credit card customers, which customers may be good customers or not so good customers from credit perspective, who might commit fraud.
Okay, it's
things like that.
Mostly on the fraud, on automating activities, cumbersome activities, or from fraud, from customer service. I believe that came later.
So it's basically going through data and looking for patterns.
Looking for patterns.
That's why it's called pattern recognition. It's just like when we go to grocery store. We're saying, I want to buy apples. You look at them and saying, this apple is good and this apple is not good. Because our eyes are trained to look for what a good apple looks like. Right?
So you use that pattern recognition in your leadership style as well?
Honestly, we all use that pattern recognition all the time.
What's your style then?
So style for selecting people or
selecting portfolio companies.
Very complex set of patterns and decisions. So pattern recognition is just one form of AI. There are other forms of AI, including rule-based, expert-based, expertise-based. Human being, we make decisions based on many forms of intelligence. So pattern recognition is just
one of them.
Yeah, one of them. Rules are saying it has to have these conditions.
Right.
So those are rules. The things where you can tick off. Okay. So human decision making is combination of patterns and rules, and then there's what we were discussing yesterday at the event: feeling, emotions.
Human side of it.
Actually, all these are human.
Right.
Pattern recognition is human.
Is it the serendipity side of it, or
this is the first thing we learn as babies.
Right.
Patterns. Which is my toy? Which is my milk? Which is my mom? Which is my dad? That's the earliest form of pattern recognition for babies. This is human. However, science or technology is replicating that in computational methods. Right. Rule-based, same thing. You don't cross the street if there is a red light, etc. So this is a bad decision or good decision if you don't meet certain conditions. So humans have been making those decisions. The difference between computers or AI and natural intelligence is emotions, how big a role emotions play in our decision making.
We're not there yet with AI.
We are not. And I don't think we will be there for a foreseeable future.
Okay.
Even if we are at some point in the future, it will not be necessarily a replica or replacement for human emotions.